All right, it has been a hot minute since I've recorded or done pretty much anything. We, I think I've already recorded a video where this happened, but obviously we moved locations, and it's been a pretty hectic time moving. If I'm being realistic, which is kind of the cause of the hiatus. I really should have been recording and still doing stuff, but we've had we've had issues with the area we're in, the people that we're staying with, like tons of maintenance issues with things, work issues, all kinds of stuff that's just it's felt like I've been working two or three extra jobs for no reason, and it just kind of added up. So I have not had the willpower to sit down and do this again. Most of my time outside of handling all that and going to my normal job has just been sitting there decompressing and just trying to escape. But we're back. We're going to make a change here. We're going to try to get back to it because a lot of this stuff has finally been fixed again. So, wanted to make a recording kind of catching everyone up. So, for starters, again, since it's been about 2 months since I recorded, we'll just do a little review. Climbing is still going well. I've kind of reached a plateau, I think, because my footwork honestly just needs work. I don't think it's a strength issue right now. I think it's more of a skill issue. But we're doing good. Not sure if I brought this up in my last video, but ran 10 miles for the first time ever, which is insane. Never thought I'd be able to do that. We achieved that. I haven't really been able to work out nearly as much just because with all these issues going on, long story, won't get into it. I haven't been able to set up my home gym stuff, but that's back up now, so I'm trying to do some catch up on that. Um, and otherwise, honestly, like I said, there hasn't been much progress because there's just been so much just BS going on that I've had to take care of first. So, we're going to treat this as kind of where we're looking at the future now that the stuff is fixed and I'm at this area for at least a year, and kind of use this to set goalposts on where I want to be by the end of the year. For starters, I really want to get heavily back into writing. I pretty much finished about one chapter and then life got caught up to me and I didn't do it anymore. Met someone pretty awesome already wrote a lot of books, and they recommended actually using like speech to text stuff when you write your books, which is interesting. So instead of typing or writing all of your books, it would just be me sitting in a room talking about what's happening. And then once the whole story's done, you can go back and edit it and make it look nice. So I might try that and see what we can achieve there. Um, got something in my eye. So the goal is to do that. I'm gonna keep my weightlifting goals, at least for my bench press, kind of the same, because I can bench 225 now, which was the main goal. But I'd like by the end of the year, I want that to be like hopefully a normal set, right? I want to be able to my sets can be 6 to 8 reps of 225 each time for 3 or 4 sets. That's what I want. Right now, I say I can bench 225, but it's like 1 to 3 reps of 225, and then I'm done. I'm shot. So we're gonna try to get there. Another thing is a promise that I spoke about in a previous video that I haven't tackled yet is making my own planner. Um, I definitely do still want to do that. I've got ideas for it and I know how I want to create it. I just haven't done it yet. So there's a weekend coming up soon here where I'm going to try to take the entire Sunday to just sit down and focus on that and treat little projects like that almost as a second job, so to speak. So on a weekend day, I'm going to try to wake up early and work on something, whether it's my planner or something else from like 9 to 4, 9 to 3, something. And then the rest of the time is going to be spent doing whatever I want to do, hanging out with family, and all kinds of stuff like that. So that hopefully I can actually get that done, get that posted on Amazon or wherever I'm going to sell it, and I can share it with you all, my, one, however many people ever see this, or just the friends and family, and hopefully, people can kind of track and create their habits better and start turning everything around for themselves. So that's going to be the goal. I don't think I could eat my words on this. I don't think it's impossible for me to finish making the design for it in like 7 hours. So I'm going to try to again spend an entire weekend day to do that, and then the next weekend after, we'll probably be going through getting it on the purchasing websites, figuring out how it's going to get made, and all that good stuff. Um, and go from there. I think the plan with my company, because my company still exists, still paying all the taxes and BS fees for it. I think I'm going to try to keep it. Like I said in the past, the original idea I had, the manufacturing of it was more expensive than I feel comfortable with in the economy we're in right now. And I think I want to start kind of smaller, see if I get like just general money, maybe some people buy things here and there. And then if I kind of ramp up and some people know who we are, I think then I might go back to that idea since it's already all still sitting there. So I've got some ideas brewing, but I want to get this planner that I'm thinking about out of the way, get that just done and up and online for everyone to look at and update those each year. And then once that's done, I want to start playing around with some other ideas for my company to see if this might work. And it's going to be very local for what I'm thinking. I mean, even it would be even going to like local events and stuff like that. I'm not making like crafts necessarily. Not silly because you can make a lot of money doing that. But I want to start going to more local events and having like a booth and things like that to one advertise, but also try to make sales. So I think that's going to be the plan with the company moving forward. So this is honestly going to be a pretty useless video for myself, and there's not really going to be anything educational in here. This is mostly for me. Um, Treating this as a soft reset. Like I said, it's been 2 months of kind of a living hell. Um, just exhaustion, dealing with all kinds of different issues everywhere, and it's finally kind of starting to simmer down. So I've finally got more energy in place. House is totally set up and done. Everything's organized, and I can finally start thinking about other things and focusing on stuff without having all of these other things just weighing down right now. So yeah, it's this next month is kind of just going to be a catch up and getting my life and everything back on track. I know one book that I was reading is, and God, it's upstairs. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm reading a book right now actually that I think would be good for people as well. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. Here we go. I'm reading a book right now and I can't really show it because it's in my Amazon account and I don't want to log out. I wanted to read a book that was by Dale Carnegie that was How to Win Friends and Influence People, is what I'm reading right now. I'm about done with it. And then I'm going to start another book that was recommended to me. But that's also a really good book. Coming from someone who, as I mentioned previously, has lost friends and acquaintances from things that I might have done or they might have done, or neither of us did. It was just something that happened. This puts a lot of things into perspective that is probably common thought for people who are already aware of all of this stuff. But if you're someone who used to kind of be a jack off in the past, it's kind of good to read, to be honest. I think I've learned a lot from this so far, and I've still got like 60 pages left or something like that. It's been a really good read. I think if you want to learn how to, you know, make more friends, get people to like you, whether it's a family member, your boss at work, a coworker, a person you are romantically interested in, whatever. I think this can unironically help you learn how to get people to be more interested in you. I've already been trying a lot of it and it does work. It makes me feel a lot better. People seem to enjoy talking to me and being around me more. Um, I highly recommend it. You can pick it up on Amazon for literally $10. So I'd highly encourage it. It's well worth the price. If you actually, again, with all these books, you actually try it and practice it, I say give it a shot. Otherwise, that's it. I'm going to end this here. Um, like I said, obviously I'm still tired as crap, and actually even the lighting in this room is kind of crap. I need to I need to fix that in the future. So it doesn't look like I'm just in this pitch black dark room. But I'm gonna end it here. I should have much more interesting things in my kind of next documenting of this, hopefully, and yeah, we'll go from there. So otherwise, I'll see everyone next week, assuming that I'm not an idiot and I stop posting stuff. So should be next week, and we'll see what we can pull off.